Are we getting your name and weight class first?
Robert Turnquest, fighting at welterweight, 170 pounds.
All right, just talk about your expectations for the weekend. This is the second edition of this. It's a pretty young event. What do you expect going into it?
I expect a good fight. I expect a really good event. There's a lot of good fighters on the card. 3 of the 5 main fights on the main card are coming from our gym, so I know we're going to have at least 3 really good fights that you guys can look forward to. So that's what we're expecting.
Mm-hmm. And the sport of MMA, it's just starting to grow in the Bahamas. How do you think events like this can help a country that's pretty young in attracting new fighters to the sport?
It can help immensely. It gets a lot of exposure. Gets a lot of new eyes, people that didn't know that the Bahamas had, a MMA program or had MMA events. I had no idea that you guys had MMA down here until back in April when you guys had the first one. I know there's a lot of fighters that would love to come down here and fight, and the more fighters that want to come down here and fight, the more people are going to talk about it, and just the word of mouth is going to get around, and everybody's going to hear about it.
And what do you know about your opponent heading into this weekend's fight?
I know he's a tough guy, scrappy. He's coming to fight. He's got some good striking, but I've got something for him.
Any predictions?
I mean, I came here to win, so that's pretty much the only thing.
When? How?
Yes, I'm going to win.
Oh, all right.
How? If you want to see how, you got to come watch. Come find out.
Good answer. With your name and weight class?
My name is Melanie Camden, and my weight class is strawweight 115.
Okay, and first time we're having a female MMA fight here in the Bahamas. What kind of show do you expect to put on for the people?
I think it'll be a great show. It's my first time here in the Bahamas, so overall it's only my second amateur fights, but I think it'll be great regardless.
And how long have you been training in preparation for your pro career?
For my pro career, I've been training since I started. I've been training a little over a year now, so prior to that, I was doing something totally different. So I'm still pretty new to the sport.
And how does it make you feel, I guess, being one of the first, like I said, this is the first female MMA fight here in the Bahamas, so that makes you somewhat of a pioneer. Any added pressure going into the fight, thinking about, how big of stature that is?
I wouldn't say there's a lot of pressure. It's definitely, I think, a great opportunity. I've tried not to think about it. I've just been thinking, it's just another fight. It's just another day to train, get ready for something else after this.
Mm-hmm. And how do you prepare? Is this your first international fight?
Yes.
And is the preparation any different, when you're fighting at home, when you have to travel and prepare to go to fight? Has that been any different?
No, we were able to train somewhere last night. We live in Florida anyway, so we still have some humidity. It's hot in Florida. It's hot here. So, and thankfully it's only an hour difference, so we haven't had too many difficulties with the weather.
Any predictions for Saturday night?
Came here to win, so that's my prediction.
All right, excellent. All right, second edition of the BOMAC Cage Fighting Championships. What can we expect?
We can expect an even bigger show than the first time. For the first time, we'll have pro fighters here in the Bahamas. We have 3 pro fights. Our event is headed by Mr. Robert Turnquest, who is of Bahamian descent, and I know he's happy to fight at home. But we're going to have also, for the first time, females in the cage. And that's, everybody who knows me knows that I think that females are the future of the sport. They're very intense and they train very hard, and they often have, a lot more to show because people always tend to underestimate females. So their fights tend to be more active and much more exciting, in my opinion. So I'm very happy to make history and have females fight here for the first time.
And how has the response been since the last few months when you hosted the first event?
The response has been huge. The local fan base is really growing here, and I'm really happy to bring the sport here for people to see with their own eyes, not having to watch in a bar or watch on TV. I think that's very exciting for people to really sit feet inches from the cage and actually see the action. And also we've gotten a lot of response from international fighters that want to come to the Bahamas and compete, just because, well, it's the Bahamas. But like I think you said, we're a young promotion, and we've actually taken some very big steps in a short period of time.
Venue change. other minor logistics. Does that change the product at all heading into this weekend?
Yeah, we had to make some changes, especially for the weather. And for having our event, travel is a big part of our event. All of our fighters, all of our fighters have to fly in or travel in some way to the Bahamas. So travel is always an issue. Hotels, et cetera, is an issue. So with storm traveling this weekend, it actually, it made us consider what should we do. However, so many persons have asked us, please, are you still having the show? We still want to come to the show. We're getting a lot of hits online about, the fight is this weekend, and we're going to be there, and we're going to have a good time. So we decided to push forward with the show. It's going to be a great show. We actually named it BOMAC 2, The Revenge. We should probably name it BOMAC 2, The Storm. Yeah, I think that's a better name. But we're going to fight in the storm. It'll be a little bit of rain and wind, but we're going to fight.